Hi, Kean's admission team. My name is Alexsys Fabiani, and I am applying to the Masters of Occupational Therapy program for the Fall 2026 cohort. I am currently a senior psychology major with a minor in exercise science here at Kean, and I am excited to share a little bit more about my journey and why I feel OT is the right fit for me. So the first question I would like to answer is, what experiences have helped me explore different OT settings and solidified my decision to pursue OT? So the first time I was really exposed to OT was during a high school field trip for my teaching class when we visited Central Park School. At that point, I always assumed I would work with children as a teacher, but watching an OT work one-on-one with a student completely shifted that mindset for me. I was interested by how simple activities could support their fine motor skills, emotional regulation, and their participation. And this experience is what first really got me into OT. Since then, I've been able to explore OT during my observation hours, and the first place I went to was Children's Specialized Hospital. And I loved how playful and engaging therapy could be for those children. So, watching children complete simple but purposeful tasks, like picking up toys with oversized tweezers and putting it in respective color bins, showed me how motivating therapy can be when it's designed well for children. And I also spent some time at Kessler Rehabilitation Center where I observed adults recovering from orthopedic and nerve-related conditions. So seeing patients make slow but meaningful progress really helped me appreciate the medical side of OT that I had never seen before. So experiencing OT across these different settings showed me how broad and individualized the profession is, and this is what confirmed that this would be the right profession for me. So my second question is about how a sense of belonging helps or hinders participation in daily life. So I've seen firsthand how much feeling supported and understood can affect somebody's participation. But when somebody feels safe and accepted, they're more confident in what they're doing. I saw this during my time at Kessler Rehabilitation Center with a patient recovering from cubital tunnel syndrome. At first, he was a little bit discouraged, but as he built trust more with the OT, he became a lot more engaged in what he was doing, and he had so much more confidence towards the end of his sessions. So I've always seen this while teaching, and I had a student last year who had developmental disabilities that would get overstimulated and shut down when he didn't understand what was going on. So when I was able to break activities down, change my wording style, and really solidified the small moments in the movements, he became so much more comfortable in what he was doing and was an absolute pleasure to have in class. So I saw that once I gave him that support, his confidence completely changed. And these experiences have definitely showed me that when people feel connected and understood, they're so much more open to learning and making progress. So my final question for now is, what is one current societal issue OT can address, and how can OT practitioners continue making an impact? So one societal issue that I think could be addressed is the lack of access to basic resources for families. In sociology classes, I have learned a lot about food insecurity and transportation challenges, but I would also like to address the long wait lists that affect consistency within healthcare. I started to see a lot of this during my time at Children's Specialized Hospital. I had the opportunity to talk with one of the OTs, and she educated me about a program that they offer there. They have a program where they offer meals to families in need, and some families choose to take up this opportunity while some others don't. And I think this is a really great program that supports the families. And she has also explained to me that even though insurance offers transportation, it can often become unreliable for some families, where they have seen that rides haven't shown up at all or they're very delayed, which affects the therapy that some of these families have been waiting months or even weeks to receive. And I feel like this really stood out to me just because this has nothing to do with the child or its abilities, and it's really affecting the child's progress. So OT practitioners can continue to advocate for these resources, help families problem solve during attendance issues, and continue teaching strategies that can be used at home when services are limited. And this is the end of my answers to the 3 questions for the interview. And I would like to say thank you so much for taking the opportunity to listen to my video and learn a little bit more about my journey.